Before George Dixon, before Sam Langford, there was George the Marine LaBlanche, Canada's first boxing star to achieve world-level fame, and he did it with nothing but guts, grit, and a controversial backhand. Born Georges Blais in Lévis, Quebec, in 1856, LaBlanche was no polished technician. He wasn't fast with his hands, but his feet barely quit. His instincts, razor sharp. His pain tolerance, merely inhuman. And with those tools, he took on anyone from 140 to 170 pounds. The weight did not matter. After enlisting in the Canadian military, LaBlanche started boxing in army barracks using his job as a driver in Battery B to stay sharp and alert. It didn't take long before he stepped into the ring professionally, often facing men much larger than himself. He battled some of the fiercest names of his time. Pete McCoy, a fighter trained by none other than John L. Sullivan, and someone who faced off against Dominic McCaffrey, who was an eventual Sullivan challenger. Frank Childs, the two-time colored world heavyweight champion and the first to regain the colored world heavyweight title. Another name? Charles Kid McCoy, a future world middleweight title holder. Now, LaBlanche never won a title himself, but that's not what made him a legend. In 1886, he went toe-to-toe with the first ever world middleweight champion, none other than Nonpareil Jack Dempsey. The brawl lasted for 13 rounds, and though LaBlanche lost, he earned Dempsey's respect and set the stage for a rematch. On August 27, 1889, in San Francisco, a brutal 32-round war commenced. Then it happened. LaBlanche closed his eyes, spun on one heel, and unleashed the pivot punch. It was a blind, backhanded strike that knocked Dempsey out cold. The punch was so savage, so unorthodox, it was banned permanently. A move never seen again in the sport. But that night, LaBlanche walked away having become the first person to defeat Nonpareil Jack Dempsey, who was viewed as unbeatable. And Dempsey had 50 victories, 0 losses, and 10 draws on his record at that particular time. LaBlanche's legacy would echo forever. But, of course, legends fall too. LaBlanche took a dive for cash in 1890 during a fight against young Mitchell. He spiraled, arrest, alcoholism, prison time. He once kicked an opponent in the groin mid-fight. The glory essentially faded. He died penniless in Lawrence, Massachusetts in 1918. But Georges LaBlanche, aka La Marine, remains the first Canadian to beat a reigning world champion. A wild man, a warrior, a boxer who struck history with the back of his fist. For more stories like this, subscribe to 86 Boxing, because legends aren't always clean, but they always hit hard.